The atmosphere was electric as the annual Harvest Carnival rolled into our town. Families and friends gathered at the lively event, laughter and joy filling the air. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the carnival came alive with colorful lights, exciting rides, and the enticing aroma of cotton candy. My friends and I decided to make the most of the night, our anticipation building as we approached the grand entrance. The sights and sounds of the bustling carnival greeted us, promising hours of fun and excitement. Little did we know that this night would be etched into our memories for entirely different reasons. We began our adventure at the Ferris wheel, its towering presence dominating the carnival skyline. The line moved swiftly, and soon we found ourselves in one of the brightly lit gondolas, overlooking the dazzling array of rides and games. As the wheel reached its peak, our laughter and chatter were interrupted by an eerie hush. The carnival lights flickered and dimmed, casting a sinister shadow over the festivities below. Panic rippled through the crowd, but we dismissed it as a technical glitch. However, our unease grew as we descended from the Ferris wheel. The once jovial crowd had become strangely silent, their smiles replaced with expressions of terror. We overheard whispers of people vanishing into thin air, but it sounded too preposterous to be true. To investigate, we headed to the Hall of Mirrors, hoping to uncover the source of these bizarre rumors. The hall was a dazzling maze of reflections and distorted reality, a favorite among carnival goers. But tonight, it had transformed into something malevolent. As we navigated the mirrored corridors, our reflections began to warp and twist, showing us glimpses of an otherworldly realm. It was as if the mirrors were portals to a sinister dimension. Panic set in when we realized we couldn't find our way out. The reflections were leading us deeper into the hall. The sinister laughter of a mysterious figure echoed through the corridors, growing louder and more taunting with each step. The figure revealed itself, a spectral carnival worker with an unsettling grin that sent shivers down our spines. Desperation compelled us to shatter one of the mirrors, hoping to escape this nightmare. But instead, the mirror unleashed a dark force that spread through the carnival, affecting the revelers. People began to vanish into thin air, their expressions of terror etched on the faces of their now empty clothes. We raced through the carnival grounds, trying to evade the relentless force, but it seemed to be everywhere, consuming everyone. In a desperate attempt to break the curse, we searched for answers, finally discovering an ancient carnival mirror hidden deep within the carnival's attractions. It held the key to the sinister events that had unfolded. We shattered the cursed mirror, releasing a blinding burst of supernatural energy that reversed the curse. The vanished souls returned, but the carnival itself had disappeared, leaving us with an unsettling sense of what had occurred. As the dawn broke, the town was left with no memory of the horrific events of that night. The Harvest Carnival had vanished into legend, a chilling tale passed down through generations. It was a crisp autumn afternoon when my 4 friends and I, eager to capture content for our YouTube channel, embarked on an adventure to an abandoned carnival known as Whispering Woods. This place had been closed for decades, cloaked in eerie legends and whispered tales of the supernatural. We were all pumped, ready to document the decaying rides, crumbling games, and the eerie remnants of a bygone era. Little did we know that our quest for content would turn into a nightmarish ordeal. As we arrived at the desolate carnival grounds, a sense of foreboding washed over me. The entrance gate, rusty and creaking, seemed to welcome us into a realm of darkness. The once vibrant signs had faded, and the ride stood as skeletal structures in the fading daylight. Our first destination was the Ferris wheel, a towering behemoth that hadn't moved in years. We climbed into the rickety cars, and as the wind whispered secrets, the wheel groaned to life, ascending into the darkening sky. Panic set in as we realized there was no way to stop the ride, and we were carried higher and higher. At the peak, I saw a spectral figure, a ghostly carnival worker staring at us with hollow eyes. The Ferris wheel came to an abrupt halt, and we were left dangling in the cold night air, the figure drawing closer with each agonizing minute. Desperate, we managed to free ourselves and scramble down to solid ground, shaken but determined to continue. The haunting had only just begun. Next, we ventured into the funhouse, a maze of distorted mirrors, shifting floors, and unsettling laughter. As we navigated the disorienting corridors, we became separated, each facing our own nightmares. I encountered a room filled with mirrors that reflected my worst fears. Another friend found themselves trapped in a hall with walls that closed in, threatening to crush them. The sinister laughter echoed through the funhouse, taunting us. Reuniting in terror, we fled the funhouse, only to discover that the carnival had changed. The rides shifted locations, pathways disappeared, and the carnival seemed to have a malevolent will of its own. We pressed on, our determination turning to dread, until we reached the Hall of Mirrors, a massive tent filled with mirrors of all shapes and sizes. As we entered, our reflections refused to follow, showing distorted and sinister versions of ourselves. In the heart of the tent, we found a mirror that revealed the truth. The carnival had consumed us. Our souls were trapped within the mirrors, and the spectral figure we had seen earlier reveled in our torment. With a surge of willpower, we shattered the cursed mirror, breaking the carnival's hold. The rides ceased their ominous movement, and the eerie laughter faded into the night. We stumbled out of Whispering Woods, forever changed by the horrors we had witnessed. The carnival had exacted its toll, and we were left with a chilling reminder of the night we dared to explore the haunted Whispering Woods.
In the heart of a small, forgotten town stood a weathered and mysterious carnival that had been closed for as long as anyone could remember. Its creaking rides and faded attractions had become relics of the past, but there was one ride that was unlike any other, the Whispering Carousel. My name is Emily, and I had always been fascinated by the old carnival. My grandmother used to tell me stories of the Whispering Carousel, a ride that was said to grant wishes to those who dared to ride it. The catch was that it could only be ridden on the night of a full moon when the carnival came to life. One fateful night, as the full moon cast an ethereal glow over the abandoned carnival, I decided to visit. The once vibrant colors had faded, but the Whispering Carousel still stood, its majestic horses frozen in time. I approached it with a sense of both wonder and trepidation. As I climbed onto one of the carousel's wooden horses, a soft, melodic whisper filled the air. It was the carousel itself, speaking to me in hushed tones. It promised to grant my deepest wish, but in return, it demanded something precious, my most cherished memory. I hesitated, torn between the allure of fulfilling my heart's desire and the fear of losing a cherished piece of my past. In the end, my curiosity and longing for adventure won out, and I accepted the carousel's offer. The moment the carousel started to spin, time seemed to blur, and I was transported into a surreal dreamscape. The world around me shifted and twisted, and I found myself reliving moments from my childhood, the laughter of my friends, the warmth of my grandmother's embrace, and the magic of simple, carefree days. As the ride slowed to a stop, I realized that something had changed. My wish had come true, but at a cost. I had indeed lost a precious memory, one that I could no longer recall. It was a bittersweet moment, as I grappled with the weight of my decision. I returned home, a sense of emptiness gnawing at me. Yet over time, I came to appreciate the wish that had been granted. It had brought me closer to my dreams, and I began to create new memories that filled the void left by the forgotten one. The Whispering Carousel remained an enigmatic and silent sentinel in the town, waiting for the next adventurer to seek its mysterious promise. As for me, I carried the carousel's secret with me, a reminder that even in the midst of uncertainty and sacrifice, there was still magic to be found in the world, if only one dared to seek it.